Hey, hey, hey.
Hello there, Unapologetically Badass. We are super excited to have a fabulous guest with us today. From the classroom to cash queen chair, Jenny Bellinger's no bullshit path to direct sales success. We are so excited to share Jenny with everyone. Hi, Sierra. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back.
This is very exciting. So Jenny and I, we're going to just dive right in. Jenny and I met, was it pre-COVID or was it 4 years ago?
It was 4 or 5 years ago, something like that.
Doesn't time go by so fast, ladies?
Oh, especially since the big C word.
Yeah,
That's true.
Like every day looks the same for me, it feels like.
Yeah, no, for sure. So we met through a mutual friend, and Jenny is a direct sales queen. She has her Badass Direct Sales Mastery podcast, and I was honored to be on an episode of her show, and we just immediately clicked. You know, that whole, obviously, two badass bitches. Like, it's like, okay, you get some badass women together and it's like, you got the vibe, right?
Yep.
And anytime you can connect with somebody that, you know, has a very similar vibe, you're like, oh my God, I love you. No, I love you. Yeah. So we were like, all right, we got to figure out how we're going to help each other, and we stay connected. And so I'm really excited to have you here. So welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here because, you know, it isn't very often that you get women who are willing to like put out that they're a badass. I mean, there's a whole series of books about it.
Yeah.
And yet, so little branding has
There's
been
still
done.
so many unknowns. Like, there's a book called Why Men Love Bitches, and I tell every woman, I'm like, you need this, because look, we thrive whenever we can truly be like what God made us to be. And sometimes you have to be that badass bitch, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. And I, you know, and as part of all of this, it's when you are truly showing up as you instead of trying to be who you think everyone else thinks you should be, people are more attracted to that authentic version of you. And so, you know, many years ago, I stopped subscribing to the, you know, shrink myself into, you know, this thing or person that everybody thought I should be, and started going, no, I'm going to be me. And if you don't like me, go find less.
Yeah. You know, like, what?
I'm done with being called intimidating. Bullshit.
Right.
I'm one of the nicest human beings you will ever meet.
Yeah.
As long as you are also a nice human being.
Yeah.
Right.
But if somebody is intimidated by me, that's on them, not me.
Yes. Yep.
Tell us about you then, Jenny. Tell us, like, you know, I mean, anything and everything that you want our audience to know. I mean, you're talking about being a genuine person and being nice, but whenever the wrong person says the wrong thing or crosses you or whatever it may look like. So tell us all about you. Tell us. I mean, I want to hear everything.
How long you got? I got 47 years of stories, girlfriend. So you know, I grew up in the Air Force. So
I love that. Where are some of the places you've been?
Oh my gosh, all over the Midwest. So I was born in Connecticut, but I lived in Illinois, Nebraska, Maine, North Dakota, Indiana, and back to Illinois.
Why am I feeling so sorry for you? I mean, I'm sure it's great. But God, all those places sound so cold.
Many of them are very cold, yes. Especially North Dakota. You know, Maine is on the coast, so it does get cold. It does get some snow, but because of the coastal thing, it's not freaking North Dakota. I will tell you that. Right. But I live in very southern Illinois. Like I'm right outside of St. Louis, so I've been in the St. Louis area now for 30 plus years. So it's the the house I'm in right now is the longest I've lived anywhere because I've been here for 18 years.
Wow.
So, like, for me, that's like freaking weird.
A lifetime. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, when you grow up in the Air Force, that's all you know. Like, you have no comparison. And it wasn't until I was like 12 before I realized, like, there are people in the world who stay in one place almost their entire life. And I was like,
how? Yeah. Don't you get bored?
What?
Yeah.
What?
My dad did that.
Yeah.
You know, born, raised, stayed, worked, and lived.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, and I like took a 360, same as you, Jenny, and just went off and just, you know, I mean, I've been to every single state but Alaska, and I'm not even 50 yet, you know? So,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I hear you.
I do have to. That's really interesting you say that, because I do have a goal in life, because I'm not 50 yet. I'm 47, but I have been to 43 of the 50 states.
Wow.
And so my goal is to hit those last 7 states in the next 3 years.
Yes.
So
Oh, that's great.
I've been to Alaska. I did an Alaskan cruise about 15 years ago. So I was able to check Alaska off, but I still have Hawaii, Oregon, Idaho, New Mexico, Vermont,
Nice.
Delaware, and Mississippi.
Oh, that's
So they're
great.
all spread over.
That is spread out. I don't remember how many states that I didn't go to, but I've been to a lot. I don't know if they've actually. I don't think I've been to 47 states, but I should figure that out. I have been to Alaska and Hawaii, so those two are definitely checked off and beautiful.
Well, what got me started thinking about it was one of those memes went around where it was like, you know, here, take this blank map of the U.S. and check off every state that you've been to.
And you get points, right?
Yeah, and so I started going through it. I was like, oh my gosh,
Wow.
I've been all over. Like,
Wow.
holy crow, I've been through a lot of these states.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm intentionally now at this point building friendships with people in Idaho, Oregon, Hawaii, Vermont, so I can go visit people. So I have a reason and a place to stay, because my rule, as long as I've had a meal there, it counts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It counts.
So I've been through the upper corner of Louisiana. We stopped through Shreveport on our way to Texas.
That counts.
Hey, that is. I mean, the down south places, Baton Rouge and New Orleans, are a little bit more fun. But hey, Shreveport is good. They have a good casino up there.
Oh well, and it was just one of those things. We were driving through Houston, or we were driving to Houston, and when I saw how close we were to Louisiana, I was like, oh, we have to drive through. And so we made sure we stopped at a local place. We ate alligator because
that's what you do.
How to do it. Yep.
Yes.
And yes, in case anybody's thinking, it does taste like chicken.
I've had it. Alligator bites too.
Yeah.
Tastes like chicken.
It really does.
Yeah.
And you have to have boudin. If you did not get boudin, then you missed out. Boudin is the heart and soul of the South, and we love our boudin. Yes.
What the hell is boudin?
When you go to Mississippi, I'm sure you probably can get it. It's like this ball of just goodness, and you will just love it. And you can get it any restaurant from Houston to New Orleans. Oh, so good.
But it's a ball of what?
Just, it has rice, it has like a sauce. It's just good. It doesn't matter. It might have some teeth, some tail, some hair. It's okay. Just try it, Renee. No, she's very modest, and I bring out the little crazy in her. So yeah, no, but you got to try that next time, or when you go to Mississippi.
Yeah, okay. I will make sure to look out for that. I'm going to send you a message and be like, what's that thing I was supposed to be looking for?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
God. Yeah. But so, yeah, growing up in the Air Force, but what it did for me was the ability to connect very quickly with people. And I can read people really quickly as well. So I'm able to, you know, through that process, be able to be like, oh, I don't know if it's energy, body language. My brain just very quickly goes good person, bad person, within seconds.
Wow.
And do you get chills and shivers when you're around somebody who just, you know, isn't a good person?
I don't get chills and shivers. I get I energetically just
aura.
There's a push back, you know, I want to get to the other side of the room as quickly as possible. And, you know, for a long time, I tried to ignore those, you know, in the I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be a good girl. I'm trying to be, you know, blah, 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 you know, and I've just learned if I get a bad vibe from somebody, I'm not worried. I'm not going to be mean. But I'm also not going to, just for the sake of being polite, continue having a conversation. I'm gonna be like, so I got a thing over here, or I just got a message on my watch. I need to go do a thing. I'm just go find someone else.
Somebody was calling my name.
Yeah.
I gotta see you later.
Yeah.
Continue over there. Yes.
Yeah. No, I've just that's one of the silver linings of moving every 2 years is you meet so many people and you begin to see those pink flags before they become red. You know, the I don't know about this person. So it's and I've learned to acknowledge those and really be able to do that. So and then as an adult, I was a middle school science teacher and then got into the world of direct sales jewelry for a period of time. And that's how I became a direct sales badass is through that.
Okay, so for some of our audience, I know we talk about direct sales all the time. So a lot of our audience is, they're direct sales, they're they're business driven women. But okay, tell us what direct sales means to you and what that looked like whenever you got started. Because there's a little difference now, right? Like direct sales has changed. So what was that and what did it look like for you?
Well, for me, I've always, because of growing up in the Air Force, always been exposed to the direct sales industry because, when you've got a bunch of military spouses who are moving every so often, it's hard for them to find a job because they've got a resume like 10 miles long.
Yes.
And so there were a lot of ladies, because I grew up in the 80s, so it was mostly women who were doing the Avon, the Mary Kay, the Tupperware. And I remember my mom, because she was an officer's wife, she really couldn't do the business herself. But whenever she met someone's wife who was doing one of those businesses, she would have the party. Because as an officer's wife, she couldn't have undue influence, or so well, if I don't buy that lipstick, my husband might lose his job or get in trouble or something, which is, if you know my mom, would never have happened anyway. But she would always have the parties to help support these ladies. So I grew up around this industry being very supported. And I didn't know it had a bad vibe until I was a grown ass adult, teaching in a school. And I had one of those parties because I was like, that's what you do. You help support your friends. So when your friends, joins one of those companies, you have a party to help support them. And I went to go invite people and they're like, oh, I don't go to those.
Aww.
And I'm like, you don't support other women?
Right.
I
love it.
Confused. Like, what? Why?
You're not going to support that mom who's trying to put food on her table?
Right. Exactly. Like, I was very confused. I didn't understand it. And so that was my first foray into people being like, very like, about the industry. But then I taught for a number of years. And in 2008, I left teaching because I had my oldest kiddo. And at that time, that was when that big real estate bubble popped. And as you guys know, it didn't just pop, it freaking exploded all over the damn world, right? And I didn't realize what an impact it was going to have because my thought was, well, I'm a teacher. There's always a need for teachers, right? Yeah. And so in 2010, when I was ready to go back into the classroom, I ended up going on 18 interviews between April and August of 2010. And every time there was a principal who's like, we would love to hire you. We would love to hire you. You are fantastic. You obviously know your stuff. You have great classroom management knowledge, blah, blah, blah. But... And that was that, by about the 12th, 15th, 18th time, I heard, we love you. I'm like, okay, where's the butt? Where's the butt? It's coming. I can feel that butt coming. But we don't have enough money, so we have to hire the brand new college grad.
Dang.
18 times. So finally I took this.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing else,
Jenny.
I'm persistent. And so I finally like had a moment with the universe and went, fine. Okay, I get the freaking message. I'm not supposed to be back in the classroom. Fine. If not the classroom,
What?
There.
right?
Yeah.
Freaking like throw me a goddamn bone here. I need something because I was so like I love my kids, but I was so done talking about Paw Patrol and My Little Pony. And all that. Like I needed some grown up time, and so I ended up like a week later getting an invitation to the company that I ended up being with, which was Park Lane Jewelry. And so I was with them. I went to that event to help my sister-in-law get started. And the goal was I was just going to buy a necklace. And my husband told me, do not book another party. I'm sick of getting kicked out of the house. So I had taken my mom with me because my sister-in-law was smart. And she was like, you can bring some people with you if you want. I was like, oh yeah, let's have a girls' night. So we went and had a girls' night at this jewelry thing. And my mom goes, well, you can have the party at my house. That way you're not kicking Ben out and he can stay home with the baby and you can have the party at my house. And I went, okay, awesome. And then at the end of the night, they announced, oh, and by the way, because we're new to the St. Louis area and because of the recession that's going on right now, you can start your business for $5.
No.
And I'm sitting there going,
why not?
Why is everyone not running to the front of the room for this? Like,
yeah.
So I went up there to the gal who was running the event, and I said, "What's the catch? You said $5. There's no way you can start a business for $5. What's the catch?" And she said, 5 parties, and if you don't love it, you walk away with the jewelry. You walk away with all the money you made.
Yeah, no brainer, girl.
You know,
no brainer.
We'll bless you and go about your way. And I went, okay, all right.
Game on.
I'll yeah, exactly. I'll like, okay, I'll give this a shot. And yeah, I absolutely fell in love with it because it was this opportunity. Because the thought process I had, because when I texted my husband before I got in the car, I went, "Hey, babe, you're gonna be so proud of me. I didn't book a party at home, but I got a business. Bye, see you in 45 minutes." Because I had to go drop my mom off at home.
Men immediately go, and this is a stigma. Men immediately go to, it's not a job.
So here's the interesting thing. So
it's scary for women to share.
Yeah, my husband at the time is a researcher, so he knew what company I was going to go. Do a little party with. My girls' night with my mom and my bestie at the time. And so I went ahead and he hopped on Google and just started researching direct sales companies and direct sales businesses and like all of this stuff. And by the time I got home, he, now of course he's sending me text messages the whole time, but I have it in drive mode. So I pull into the garage, take it out of drive mode. It goes ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm sitting there reading, scrolling through it. I'm like, oh, he's not mad. Oh, he's doing research. Okay. And at the time, the only bad review we could find for the company that I signed on with was this gal who was in the middle of nowhere, like Arkansas or something. And she was like, nothing wrong with the company. I just ran out of people. Like my town has 450 people. The next town over has 150. I just literally ran out of people and you can only sell so much bling. And so that was her mindset. And I'm like, I'm outside of St. Louis. I will never run out of people.
Right. And this was back before Zoom, before social media. This was like in person.
Facebook.
People think like, oh, my territory. I don't have enough people. Yes.
No. And I knew that, because I had asked some questions. I'm like, because I had briefly tried Mary Kay in college and basically got chased out of my college town by another Mary Kay lady who was like, this is my territory. You can't sell here. This is already my territory. And I I didn't know any better, right?
Mhm.
Mary Kay doesn't have
It shouldn't have
territories.
been that
They've never had
way.
territories, right?
Yeah.
But she was coming from a place of scarcity. She was
Yeah.
coming from a, and I know that now, but I didn't know that back
Mhm.
then.
Mhm.
So I had asked the question, well, do we have territories? And they're like, nope. You live in Illinois, you can sell in Missouri, you can sell in Indiana, you can sell like anywhere you have people, you can sell anywhere. And we have a website so they can buy online. And I was like, oh, freaking sweet. Because I know people all over because,
all over.
this was 2010. And so I was starting to reconnect. I was on Facebook. I had been on Facebook since like late 2008, early 2009, I think. So I was starting to reconnect with people from high school and from college. And so all of my network is far flung across the entire US and in some cases around the world.
Mhm.
And so I just started reaching out to people saying, hey, I'm doing this thing. I would love your feedback. Would you go look at the jewelry and tell me what pieces you like so I know what I can get next? Or, I just really, I really was doing market research before I knew what market research was. Cause I was like, I know what I like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you're not sure if other people.
I didn't know what other people were going to like. So I just started reaching out to a bunch of people and they're like, wait, what are you doing? Tell me more about that. Like what, why are you doing that? What's going on? And I had this mindset at the beginning that I'm not going to post this on Facebook. This is not because my business isn't all that I am. Right. But I learned very quickly, you have to at least let people know what you're doing. You have to at least put out there. And so I did incorporate it, but I learned ways to incorporate it because let me tell you, back in the 2010, 2012, 2015, 2016, all of that was the wild, wild west of social media and direct sales.
Yeah, it was so new and weird, and some
groups
gravitated towards it, some didn't.
Yeah, groups were starting to come out. So I was one of the first people to ever do a VIP group and like starting to do these different things and what works, what doesn't work, what posts actually like create conversation, what posts convert and actually sell things. And it's so funny because I look back at my Facebook memories because they will literally show you everything from when you first started. And there's times when I'm like, oh man, all you direct sales people who are following me, like if you want to know what a bad post looks like, here's one from the vault, y'all.
Okay, so give us but you know what? I think our audience will want to hear that. What did a bad post look like back then? Because some people are still doing those bad posts, Jenny. And it's not that we don't, we want to help them. Like we're in the business to help people. So what did it look like that made you say like, oh gosh, please don't ever do this, guys? What just embarrass yourself a little.
Oh, totally. I was one of the people who would post the, check out this gorgeous piece of jewelry, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, right now it's only $35, like not showing.
And here's my link, shop here.
Right, exactly. All that kind of stuff. I mean, so many bad posts, like seriously.
Me too.
But
I purposely keep them because isn't it a great conversation with team members? It's a reminder, but it's also a great tool to help. It's a coaching opportunity with our team members or with our clients that we go, if you want to see like how we became, take a look at where I was. So girl, you don't worry because I've been there.
Oh yeah. And I tell people all the time, especially now that the marketing is really around what's on video and what videos are you doing and reels and shorts and TikToks and da. And I'm like, y'all have to remember, I started back in the wild, wild west of Facebook with doing like really shitty posts, like bad pictures of things, bad captions, bad writing. But I had to get through the bad to get to the good to be like, that didn't work. Yeah, there's
you adapted.
Evolution. And there's still to this day times when I put things out there and I'm like, oh, that fell flat on its face. Okay, like awesome. But it's all good because it's just we're trying different things to see what's out there, what sticks according to who's following you, who's your friend, who's engaged with you, who's connected with you, depending on the platform, that kind of stuff. So, but I tell people, I'm like, look, you have to get through the bad to get to the good. You know, you have to, for those of you who are religious, walk through the valley of the shadow of death so that you can get to the other side. Because trust me, failing feels like death, but look I'm still here.
Right.
I did not die.
Tell people what a good one looks like, or what a potentially good one, because we shared with you, audience, what a bad one would look like. A bad one is just you just holding up whatever it is that you're selling and saying $39.99, buy it now.
Or worse, not even showing it yourself, just sharing your company's picture.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's no and there's no connection, because now your feed looks like everybody else's, right?
Yeah.
So what your makes feed looks like spam, you know, it looks like you just expect everybody to buy from you instead of getting to know you.
Exactly.
And that's the biggest piece that I think some people miss. So now let's tell everybody what a good one should look like, Jenny. Like, what should it look like, or what could it look like?
Yeah, well, I know it starts with knowing who your absolute best customer is, right? And what I've done in my AI is I've created this avatar who is my ideal client, my ideal customer, and she's got a name and she's got a description, right? So my ideal client is her name is Evelyn. And she's a 6-figure network marketing leader who's been in the industry for X amount of time, blah, 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 blah. So for somebody who's in the industry, who's working the business right now, what you want to be thinking about is like, what's the product that got you into it, that got you excited about it? So I'm going to use essential oils as an example. Okay. So, you know, when I first got introduced to essential oils, I was super skeptical. I was like, yeah, like smelling an oil is going to make my life better.
Right.
Okay, yeah, right, sure. Like, I didn't say it out loud, but that's what was going on in my head. I was super skeptical, okay? And I walked into a networking meeting, and I had a migraine the day before. And anybody who's a migraine sufferer knows that the day after a migraine, you have what's like called a migraine hangover. It feels like you're hungover from drinking. Like, it's the same feeling. You still feel slightly nauseous. You still have all of these bad things. You don't feel good, but you're good enough so that you can actually leave the house and be around people. Yeah. And the essential oils lady who was in this networking group with me, she noticed very quickly that I was not myself. I was not my bubbly. She was like, she looked at me and she goes, "What's going on?" And I went, "Oh, you can tell?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I said, "I had a migraine yesterday. I'm still in like the migraine hangover phase. You know, I'll be fine. I don't actively hurt, but I'm not up to 100%. I'm at like 85 right now." And she was like, "Don't move." She runs out to her car. She comes back in. She's got this teeny tiny little oils bottle, right? And it's a sampling of frankincense oil. Mm-hmm. Right? And she tells me to stick out my thumb, and she puts a drop on my thumb, and she goes, "Now stick it to the roof of your mouth." And she goes, "Suck your thumb for 30 seconds. I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm a grown ass woman."
You're like, "Can anybody see me?"
Yeah, like, I'm like, I'm in a networking group sucking my thumb for 30 seconds. Okay, fine. But at this point, I was like, I was on all the Tylenol, all the like caffeine, all the things that I could to try and make it better. Yeah. 10 minutes later, I am back to life. Like, zombie Jenny to, you know,
badass Jenny
put on the show, right? Ready to go. And so what I tell people is think back to that thing. So for me, like, if I were an essential oils lady, I'd be like, I would be talking to migraine sufferers all day long. Like, all the time. I'd be like, frankincense. Like,
right.
Like, I know what that pain feels like. I know what that's like. How many days out of your life are screwed up per month because of a migraine headache, you know, regular migraine sufferers. That's who I'd be talking to. That's who I'd be creating that post for, is that migraine sufferer, talking to the pain points, going, "Oh my God, I know what that's like."
Yeah,
like, if that's
I've been here with you. Yes. Now I'm going to pull you in, people. I'm going to pull you into my world. I'm going to pull you into what I experience, because I know that's what you have experienced. And that is what the connection piece is.
Story.
Right? That it's so perfectly, Jenny.
gotta
Oh my
be the
God. I'm sure
story.
the audience is cheering. They're
Oh,
like,
good.
woo!
They better be. I hope so. And really, to go with it, not only with the story, find 2 pictures, one of the person being like obviously in pain and one with the person being better, and then find a bunch of other pictures, because here's what I've learned from all the social media people that I've talked to, social media experts. The longer that you can get people to engage with your post, the more likely, and this is Facebook, the longer they engage with your post, the more Facebook is going to show your post to people. Right.
And now they limit it. So if they do not engage with your post, they will not. They have to go find you.
They have to go find you to get it. Right.
Okay.
So what you want to do is, I know it sounds weird, but tell the long story that makes them click, see more. Have that hook at the beginning that makes people go, oh, wait, what's that? What's that story? Right. Like, have something that is going to like catch people's attention, because on Facebook, on social media,
post, Jenny.
You've got 3 seconds.
My brain is on fire.
Yes, you've got 3 seconds to catch people's attention.
You do.
3
that elevator
seconds.
moment.
So it better be snappy. It should not be, oh my God, this oil is on sale right now.
Yep.
Unless they already know that they want the oil.
Please don't message us. Oh my God, the oil is on sale now. Please don't do that.
No.
Not unless I ask. If I ask you, is your oil on sale? Then please tell me that. But please don't
tell me more about that oil, right? Yes. But tell the story, make it a long enough post so that people have to actually click on the little thing that says see more, because that click tells Facebook they want to read your stuff.
Matter. Yep.
Right? The second piece is you want to have more than 6 pictures. Because if the pictures are telling a story and they're seeing all these pictures and they see that it's like, 3 pictures plus 3 more or plus 7 more or whatever, and they click the picture to go see more of those pictures, it tells Facebook they want to see your stuff.
Yeah.
So take 5 minutes. 5 freaking minutes to pre-plan your post and think about, okay, who's my avatar? What does Evelyn, so like I said, in my case, it's Evelyn. What does Evelyn want to see, need to see? What's her pain point right now? What is she freaking out about? She's freaking out about the fact that our industry is changing every day. The number of companies that have switched, flipped, changed their compensation plans is freaking them the fuck out, but they're doing it privately. Nobody knows that they feel that way. They are hiding it from everybody. And so I'm going to talk to that and go, I know what can take that fear away. I've built teams with people that made it so it didn't matter that their company changed from this to this. And I know how to handle those changes because I've done it for 15 freaking years. I've been through every up and down everybody's had. I've done it. I've helped my clients through it, and I can help you too. And that's what I do when I create my post is I'm thinking through, what is she dealing with? What is she doing? And I'm speaking to that. And then I'm putting in images, or I'm doing Facebook Lives or Reels or videos that speak to my audience, which is ADHD Evelyn, because Mama Sita has some ADHD, so I feel your pain. And the most viral videos that I have right now are about my fidgets that I keep at my desk and my perimenopause journey.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with my business.
No, absolutely. Well, it's so personal. The people, like we say all the time, people, and knowing exactly who you're speaking to. Mine's Maria, so because I'm Italian, so her name is Maria. But knowing exactly who you're selling to, because we're all selling something if you're in business. So knowing exactly who that person is, and that's brilliant. I loved the pictures. I knew about the see more. But the pictures, that makes so much sense as well, because that shows that they're engaged with what you have to. And then Facebook is going to show more of you to them.
And it doesn't have to be
IG is actually, and I don't mean to cut you off, Jenny, just so the audience knows, Instagram was actually paying people for posting carousels, and carousels is exactly what you're saying, is you just have to scroll through picture to picture, and they were paying you for how they got to the end, exactly what you're saying, which Instagram and Facebook are related, but it's just a very different platform. Instagram, you have to do a lot more touch basing because those relationships are a little bit harder because it's such a scroll friendly, where Facebook is going to be more intimate relationships and conversation about, like how you said, I want to see more. Instagram is all picture based, right? People don't even read the description 90% of the time.
Nope.
So it's very interesting that you say that, because they literally just went through that. I want to say like a month ago. And for the last 4 months, they have been pushing out carousels. So I love that.
Exactly.
Thank you for sharing.
And I want people to also understand, it's not just your business content, it's your personal content where you want to be doing this too. Because especially on Facebook, it's an engagement platform. That's how Facebook and Meta talk about Facebook. We are an engagement. We are social media. This is for your friends to see what's going on in your lives, for your grandmother to see all the pictures of her grandbabies. And, people want to see pictures of your dog. Hello, there's a reason why the hashtag dogs of Instagram, cats of Instagram, dogs of Facebook, cats of Facebook, it exists, right?
Yeah.
Take those pictures, take tons of pictures. Yeah. I took my kids to a thing at our local zoo last month. And it was an evening event. It's a light up, like glowing animals thing. Mm-hmm. I took so many freaking pictures, and I posted pictures. And guess what happened? People are sitting there scrolling through all of my freaking pictures, on Facebook, they're scrolling up. On Instagram, they were scrolling to the side going, oh my God, look at all those pictures, right? And I made more money because I have my account set to professional mode, and I have the I'm also a paid content creator on Meta, and I made more money because of that freaking post. It had nothing to do with my business, right. But it got people to stay on the platform, and they were commenting. They're like, "Oh my God, that flamingo is so pretty." And,
well, it's all relationship building. It's all relationship building. So that's whether you post personal, and that helps boost your algorithm, because people are like, oh, it's a relationship. It's a community. People do business with those that they like, know, and trust. I mean, it's all layered, which is so important. It's not just sales. But I also want to really dive into how you went from Park Lane Jewelry to dominating the podcast world, to being this badass direct sales dom that you're known for. Like, take us through how you went from there to where you are and where you're going.
Yeah. Oh, happy to. So it started because I was getting so successful in Park Lane Jewelry. So my team actually reached #1 in the world for group growth at the company, and #3 in the world for group sales. And what happened because of that, and I personally earned the trips, the cars, the cash bonuses, right? But that's personal. Mm-hmm. What mattered to me was what my team did, because for me, we weren't going for #3 and #1 in the world. Like, I was so shocked. Like, if you ever, like, if somebody downloads my 5 steps to get in the top 10, you get to read my story of how shocked I was. I was 13 weeks pregnant when it happened. Aww. And like hormones, and just like I ugly cried during my Miss America moment on stage. Okay. Where they're handing you the flowers, they're giving you the trophy, all of your team members and everybody from your whole organization is at the front of the stage taking your picture. You should see, I am ugly crying. Okay. In those pictures, I am not Miss America in those pictures, because I had no flipping clue we were even in the top 50 or the top 10, let alone #1, because my focus had been, what do you want? Yeah. What do you want from your business? What do you want to do? What are you willing to do to get there? How are you going to get there? How can I help you as your leader? Mm-hmm. What do you need from me to get you through that process? And so that got us to #1 and #3 in the world. And what started happening was these other leaders from Park Lane started reaching out going, how'd you do it? I I don't know. I led my team. That's like, I don't know. So I had to really go back through and think through, okay, what did I do? How did I do this? And I was like, well, I know the compensation plan backwards, forwards, and inside out. I know how, and what I trained my team on was, you should always know, A, how you got to where you are on the comp plan.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do to get here? And if you don't know, figure it the fuck out, right? Yeah. Next thing is, know the next two ranks. Mm-hmm. What does it take to get to the next one? And what does it take to get to the one above that? Because what can you do in getting the next rank that's going to help you push for the next one after that? Because a lot of people, what they do is they push for the next one and then they go,
I arrived
here. And they sit back and they lose all that momentum.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so I started seeing that, okay, this is some of what I was doing. And so I was going in and like literally became a national and international trainer in Park Lane, because people were calling me going, how do I do this? Like, can you train my team? Can you teach my team how to do this? I was like, sure. Okay, great. But then of course, this is the wild, wild west of Facebook. People started tagging me going, oh my God, Jenny, thank you so much for the training, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Jenny, thank you so much for helping me and coaching and mentoring me through this, because I got to this rank and I couldn't have done it without you. These were people who were not on my team.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome. And I went, oh, okay. Well, what was interesting, then they're friends from the other companies, because we all know, we go spend time at our vendor events. We all know people who are in other companies, right?
Yeah.
Their friends started reaching out to me going, hey, you helped my friend get to whatever. Can you help me get to my next thing? And that's when I started going, oh.
I'm going to be a teacher again.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, oh, people need help. People need support. People, like, they're not getting it. And so what I have found is I end up being the upline people wish they had, because there are so many, you know how it is in our industry, right? We are at the mercy of who brought us into the industry and the upline. And if you don't have a good upline, no wonder we have 90% turnover. We literally have 90% turnover in our industry in 5 years or less.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if people don't have an upline who can provide them the support they need, who can inspire, because we can't motivate anybody to do anything. Motivation is a thing you do for yourself, just like showers, right? Yeah. You shower by yourself, you motivate yourself, right? But we can inspire others as a leader, and we inspire through doing the do, because as a leader, our team on average is only going to do a third of what we do. So if you want more out of your team,
do more.
Right? Whatever that means to you. If you want more production, go create more production. And if you are at capacity, then it's time to figure out, okay, how do we get them to more capacity, right? And there's ways to do that. And so I started getting all these calls from all these other companies, from people, reps in other companies who were needing help. And I realized, okay, there's something here. And the time I spend with these people is time I'm not spending with my family, time I'm not spending on my business, time I'm not spending with my team. I need to get paid for this. And I didn't feel comfortable going to other people's, like, coaching in other people's companies, because I was like, I knew I was so successful in Park Lane and helping others in Park Lane because I knew the company, the product, the compensation plan, the formula, because every company has a formula, right? Every company has a freaking formula. Like, in my day with Park Lane, it was 5 parties a month, 1 new team member. 5 parties a month, 1 new team member. 5 parties a month, 1 new team. That was the formula. Do the freaking formula. If you want to make more money, if you want to earn the trip, if you want to do whatever, 5 parties, 1 new team member. That was the formula. Just do it over and over and over again. And it sounds boring, but it freaking works, right? The gym is freaking boring, but it works, right? So I went and got certified as a coach, because I realized that I did not want to screw anybody else up. So I wanted to make sure that I was providing a service that was at a level where I could actually really truly help people. And so I started coaching officially in 2017. And within about 6 weeks, realized I needed to step away from my park lane business because I am not a circus performer. I cannot ride 2 horses at one time. And I went full time coaching in 2017 because I realized there's a really big need out there. And especially there's a really big need for female coaches and trainers, because when you look at the stages, it's a bunch of dudes.
Yep.
And we are a women-driven industry. And I do believe men need to represent, but they are overrepresented on stage. And I think it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's time for us women to take it back. Take it back, lady.
I was like, I need to bring some badassery to this. And so that was around the time that I met a podcast coach, a launch coach, who said, hey, we need to get you in front of more people. Podcasting is the way to do it. And so in 2019, I launched Badass Direct Sales Mastery, and I went with the BDSM theme because in 2019, I did my research.
Yep.
And there were, at the time, about 350 direct sales, network marketing, or MLM based podcasts. Like, they either had direct sales, network marketing, or MLM in the title or in the description.
Okay.
And any of the ones that had a female host, a vast majority of them were middle-aged white women.
Yep.
I was like, how am I going to stand out from these people? And I noticed that these ladies kind of fit into 2 buckets. They were soccer mom or power suit power pose. And I am neither of those. In case
in case somebody's just listening to this, they're going to need to go watch it on YouTube or watch it on wherever you watch your podcast, because Jenny is the box and Jenny is outside the box, which is why I love her so much.
Completely. Yeah. I have like a toe inside the box just so people feel like there's a bridge from inside the box.
So you're still connected. You're still connected.
It's but I wanted the branding for a couple reasons. First of all, I'm part of the community, and I knew that anyone who, up to that point, what I recognized was my most successful clients working with me were people who were willing to step outside of their comfort zone. And what I realized with the podcast was, if I can get people to step outside their comfort zone to listen to an episode about a BDSM themed business podcast, we had a shot at helping somebody, right? But if they're clutching their pearls going, I could never, and don't worry, it's not just Southern women who do that, but I think it's so much more fun, right? But if they're clutching their pearls going, oh my gosh, it's BDSM theme, not my client, not my person. Because nobody freaking knows that you're listening to my show. Not even me.
Yeah.
Apple doesn't know. YouTube doesn't know. Like, nobody knows. So if you can't step outside, because Renee's been on the show. Did we talk sex? Did we talk whipping, flogging?
No.
None of that, right? No. When I have my interviews are fairly vanilla, but sometimes my guests like to make jokes and it's fun and we have a great time with it. My monologue episodes, I tend to make it a little edgier, a little sassier, a little more of that, because I think it's fun to take a typical business concept and connect it to one of the kink concepts. And then be able to go.
Telling Renee, Jenny, sex sells, but she can't say the word, girl.
Oh no. But you know what? It like you had said, Jenny, there's so many men and there's so much masculine energy in business and in who's at the top, being on the stages and speaking. There's that masculinity. So bringing that feminine power, because that's what it is. You're bringing this power and you're like, I'm owning it. I am a woman. I am badass. Okay, there might be a look of the whips and the flogging.
I carry my whip.
I am owning this because I am, and we all have this badass within us.
Yes.
And I love the authenticity that you bring.
Right. And
I think it's brilliant, Jenny. I think it's brilliant. And I think that the way that you twist it and the way that, not twist it because that's not the right word, but the way that you present it is so beautifully understood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's meant to be cheeky and sassy and funny because, you know, as I was developing this whole brand, what I was telling, you know, Renee, you got to see my branding person, Jenny Ferguson. And when I was working with my podcast coach and my business coach, I was like, what I want to happen is when someone who's never met me finds the podcast and they see the cover art or they go to my website, I want them to start giggling or just literally laughing out loud, like a literal LOL, like, oh my God, this is hilarious. Like, I want them to get the joke because I try to be funny. I mean, other people may or may not find me funny. I find me funny, so I'm cool with that. So, you know, but I want people who get the joke.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like, because I've told people on the regular, I keep a writing crop here on the desk, and I've never actually whipped anybody. Never. We whip businesses, not people.
Yeah. Well, and if we can't laugh at ourselves, I mean, what the fuck? Like, that's right. We don't have to be so damn serious. This is you can build businesses, but you can have fun and joke with yourself and laugh at yourself at the same time.
Yeah. My friend, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Molly Mahoney, but Molly Mahoney and I were chatting one day and we were on the Marketers Cruise together and she was wearing a shirt that has it's merch and it's something she says a lot. And I'm like, girl, I'm totally going to steal because it's so right. But what it says is the more fun I have, the more money I make.
It's so true.
Right. And that has absolutely been the case especially when it comes to like the podcast. The more fun I have, the more money I make. And I, you know, to be fully honest, 2024 was really kind of a shit year for my coaching business last year. I had a lot of head trash going on and I was dealing with my own shit last year, but my podcast kept my business afloat. Mm-hmm. The money I made from my podcast, the clients who came from my podcast, you know, all of that kind of stuff, that kept my business going when I was having my own moment, you know, like I'm telling you guys, the 7-year cycle. I don't know who believes in like Kabbalah or anything like that.
Yep.
Last year was my 7th year in business.
Wow. Really?
Mm-hmm. And it was a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, but it was one of those really interesting things, but it was so cool because at the end of the year, I was at a 3-day event as a participant. And I ended up having this aha moment where I realized what had happened. Like there was this thing that had happened at the very end of 2023 going into 2024. And I told myself the story subconsciously and consciously ish, that what had happened spoke about me as a business person, not about the person who didn't follow through on what they said they were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And I went, oh,
light bulb.
Yeah, like that was huge. And I went, oh, well, fuck that. Literally, week later, client, a week after that, client, week after that, client, week. Like, I got 4 clients in 6 weeks after that realization because all of a sudden I stopped having that first of all, subconscious belief that what had happened spoke about me as a business person, right? And so now I was showing up in the world, showing up online, showing up for conversations with potential clients completely differently. And all of a sudden things switched and people that attraction piece started coming back in because we were like, I don't know what happened to you, but like, I need you. Like, and it was people who were coming to me. It wasn't that I was suddenly seeking more clients or whatever. Just all of a sudden, literally 3 of those 4 clients came to me and said, you know, I've been watching what you've been doing for like a year or 18 months or the last 3 months or man, even the last week. I need you. Like, I need to work with you.
What a shift.
And I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Here's the link. Sign up. Let's get started.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was just so interesting for me to see that shift. And so I tell people all the time, like, hey, if you think that you're the only one going through this, I'm telling you, if I can go through a year like I had last year, business wise, like literally, I just got done talking to my CPA, and she goes, "What happened?" And I was like, "Look at the end of the year. Look at the end of the year. Look at the whole year. Look at all the income coming in here. Look at the like." And she was like, "What happened?" And I went, "Here's what happened. Blah 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 blah. But look what happened. Look, client. She was okay." And 2025 has already also been better, right?
Yeah.
So it's been this transition. So I tell people all the time, like, look, if I can get through the worst year of my business ever, like literally, I had a worse year last year, 12 months. My first year coaching was 9 months. And I had a better year my first year coaching than I did last year.
Wow.
Like, that's how bad it was. I was like,
it happens. It happens.
But that's a way to go through it and not throw in the towel. So many people would have been like, you know what, it's not for me, and maybe I'm going to quit doing it. So many people throw in the towel way too.
Right.
easy.
Well, it's the what's that book? 3 Feet from Gold.
3 Feet from Gold.
Right?
Yes, we always talk about it.
And
we always talk about that book.
For me, the 3 Feet for Gold is the vision that I have.
Yep.
For the people that I work with, and what keeps me from throwing in the towel when I'm having a bad day. Because first of all, I have a rule that I'm not allowed to throw in the towel when I'm having a bad day.
Yep.
No,
like that was one of the things that was an agreement I had with myself with my Park Lane jewelry business. Like, I was not allowed to give up the business on a bad day.
Yeah.
So last year I was like, this is a bad year, so not allowed to give up. Like, that's first rule. Like, at least I had that baseline thing. But what also kept me going was knowing that there are people out there who are literally praying. Like, they're sitting there going, I need somebody. I need something. I need the support. I need the information. I need something.
Right.
And if I give up, they don't get it and they give up. And I was like, I can't give up because I can't bear
the
thought
because I owe it to somebody else. We might not know who they are, but we know we owe somebody else. And
the third thing that kept me going is my kids.
Yeah.
Because they have only ever seen me as an entrepreneur.
Mm.
They know that mommy used to teach.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they've never known me as somebody who worked for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, nope. Like, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to do something. Right. And so, because I know they're watching me, and I know that how can I ask my kids to continue pushing through hard things, difficult things, if I can't push through hard things, difficult things, right? And so it's ultimately, I know for me, I'm going to feel better because I'm the one who's wanting to do it. I'm the one who ultimately did the work, but it's the vision of the person who needs me, who didn't get me, and then my kids watching everything I do.
Yeah.
Right.
That.
Like,
keeps you going
every single time.
Such an inspiration. Such an inspiration. And can you tell the audience like how well your podcast is doing? Can you just share that? Because it's I'm kind of a big deal. I kind of know somebody. I'm name dropping. That's why I was so excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm name dropping.
My friend.
Yeah, so
I know Jenny. I know her.
I know. Like, if I call her, Jenny will pick up the phone. So Badass Direct Sales Mastery has been out for 6 years now. In June, it'll be 7 years. And we have over 300 episodes. It is the #1 direct sales podcast, according to FeedSpot. It's the #1 network marketing podcast, according to Good Pods. The #1 leadership podcast, according to Good Pods. And then in 2024, we were nominated as a top 10 business podcast.
Nice.
And here, listen up, everybody. The only network marketing based podcast in that category.
Oh my God.
The
Wow.
only one. And out of the 10, I'm so freaking proud of this. Out of the 10 podcasts, 4 of them were women-based podcasts.
Yay.
I am so happy for you. I
So-
mean, so deserved.
Congratulations.
Yes, congrats. You give so much, and that's why you're receiving this success. So
You're receiving more, baby.
it's all coming. So what's next? Is there something that you're like, okay, I'm on the brink, or I see, or what is your future? Because you are dominating, right? Hence the badass direct sales dom. So what's next?
So what's next? This year, I am launching a mastermind for top 10 network marketing leaders. So a lot of them end up kind of getting in this echo chamber of being around other top 10 network marketing leaders from their own company, and they never really get to interact with people from other companies.
Mm-hmm.
So they are very insular. It is very lonely at the top.
Yep.
Yes.
Been there, done it. It is extremely lonely because we are told from the time we start in leadership. The phrase that I was taught was thunder up, sunshine down. When you're at the top, who do you thunder to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm putting together a mastermind group, and this is a true Napoleon Hill style mastermind, not one of those like, oh, come learn from Jenny, the blah, blah, blah. No.
Yeah.
We are going to be a group of top 10 network marketing leaders coming together on a monthly basis to share ideas and, hey, I'm dealing with this. How do I handle this in my team? And what do I do with this? And, who's using Go High Level right now? How do I do this thing in Go High Level? Blah, 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 like whatever it may be, right? We're all going to come together and have those conversations. So I'm looking for those top 10 network marketing leaders who want a community, who want other top leaders that they can thunder to and feel safe and be able to be like, look, I'm not looking to change companies. I'm not doing whatever. I need a moment to bitch and moan and complain. Can I just?
I love that.
I love it.
But also be able to then elevate, because a rising tide raises all ships. And so that's my goal, is to do that. So we'll be launching that this year.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. I absolutely adore you. I adore the journey. You are such a badass, and I'm really grateful that we were connected and you came into my world, because you're just amazing. So I appreciate you coming on and sharing your journey. Can't wait to see what's next. And there might also be a video book. I'm just putting it out there. I recall that conversation.
She likes to do that. She just tells people what to do at the end of our call.
Well, she's not wrong. I mean, we did one of the presenters at the summit that Renee was an amazing speaker at, by the way, guys. Seriously, y'all missed out, except you didn't. We still have VIP tickets. You can get the replays later. But one of our speakers, Alexi Musienko, came on and talked about the power of using a video book to build your business, to build your team, to get information out there. And he and I have been talking about this literally for 2 years. And I was like, fine, I'm going to say it out loud. I'm getting my video book done this year. It's going to happen.
Exactly.
So he and I have a conversation scheduled. And so we're going to be getting it started.
Good.
I've learned about myself. I need the accountability. I need somebody else there to make it happen. So I need the gym buddy to get me to get off my ass and show up to the gym and do my reps.
Well, I remember you saying that you were talking about that for quite some time. So that's why I figured I'd just throw it in there at the end. Just I'm a little picker. Just make it happen.
A little dig. No. No, it was great. No,
I'm the little person in the back.
awesome. You guys are fantabulous. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me. We need to do this again because I feel like we could talk forever.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. I will definitely have you back. So everyone, thank you so much for joining. Please go follow Jenny. Jenny, how can they follow you? What's the best way, best platform?
You can find me, go to badassdirectsalesmastery.com. Go to my website. I've got everything there. The podcast is there. All my social media stuff is there. You can book a complimentary coaching session there. So I give 30 minutes, not a pitch session. I don't do like come join my whatever. It's 30 minutes focused on the other person. And then if they like it, we can have a conversation. But otherwise at the 30 minutes, if they're like, this was awesome. Peace out. I'm done. Okay, cool.
All good.
It's my give back to the industry that has given so much to me.
Oh, well, I love you. And thank you again. Everyone, stay unapologetically badass. And we will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
All right, queens, that's a wrap for today's episode. But before you hit pause, let's talk about you and how we can help you slay every part of your life. If you're ready to feel fabulous and look like $1,000,000, I've got you covered with my badass queen coaching, sparkling touchstone crystal jewelry, and Bella Grace collagen, because glowing skin and a sparkly vibe, that's a power move. Check it all out at ReneeCarbonefleming.com. And my co-host Sierra, oh yeah, she's bringing the heat too. Not only is she rocking Bella Grace collagen for her glow game, but she's also the queen of chic with her fabulous clothing boutique. From boosting your wellness to leveling up your wardrobe, Sierra's got the magic to help you shine inside and out. Check her out at Linktree/Sierra Whitener 7. So here's the deal. Head to our websites, grab the goods that'll help you live your best life, and let's make everything about you unapologetically badass. And hey, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and share this episode with your fellow queens, because the more sparkle in the world, the better. Until next time, keep glowing, keep slaying, and remember, you're a badass queen who deserves it all.